Hey everyone, welcome back. So what I got here today is this awesome trap, and I've never really seen this concept before until recently. This comes from Southeast Asia, and it's basically a body grip trap that's portable. You can make these, you can make like dozens of these and go put them out in different holes for like small game, or they usually use it for rats, but it could catch anything up to like, this one could probably catch anything up to like a squirrel-sized animal, and you could easily upgrade it and make it bigger for like raccoons and possums and stuff like that. But the concept is pretty simple. It's basically, you got like a scissors type of thing, and this right here is your spring pole. And usually spring poles are usually used to power snares, but in this case it's kind of reversed. So instead of twitching up a snare, it's pushing down onto this. Let me show you how it works real quick. All right. Watch my fingers right there. All right, so now the trap is set. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna find where the animals have little runs and trails. You could use it with bait too, to make like a little cubby right here, fence it in all around, put your bait in there. And what you're trying to get the animal to do is pass through there. And when it does, it's gonna hit that trip stick and trip the trap. And because of the way that this is set up, when the spring pushes out, the stick is at its straightest point, and it puts a lot of pressure down onto the whatever is in there. This stick is pretty tight in there. Let me do it again so let's see it again. There. Set it real fine. All right, so you'd set that in the trail. The animal comes along, hits the stick, and gets caught. All right, I'm actually gonna build one right now, so you can see how it's actually built, because it took me a little just looking at it and thinking about it to actually put it together and figure out how it's all made. So what I have here, I've already carved out all the parts, so just to make it make the video not so long. So what we have are, so I got a stick, kind of made it flat, and I made like a groove, and the same thing over here. So what these are gonna do is they're gonna go together like that. That's going to be the groove, the channel that the downward bar is going to slide through. All right, I'm going to have to tie that together. So let's go ahead and do that. Got some twine. The extra, tie the top together. Usually they make this out of bamboo, but we don't have huge pieces of bamboo here growing in North America, so I just kind of adapted it. What I'm using here is yopon, which is okay. If I had a real straight grained wood, I could split this out much easier, but this is just, yopon kind of has a curly grain, and so I had to carve this out. Took a little while, a little longer than just splitting it. The extra. All right, so there it is, tied together. That's the groove. Now what we got to do, this is the scissors part, and let me show you over here. You can see the way I carved that, kind of like the part of a clothespin that goes together. That's going to be the hinge. So what I'm going to do is get a little bit of twine. And we're going to tie that together. And the way I'm going to do this is with like a figure 8 kind of pattern. So go around the back, through the middle, and around the back. Figure 8. Do that 2 or 3 times. Do it 3 times. And then I'm going to take this string and go through the middle and just really tighten it up right there. All right. You can tie that off now. Cut off the axis. So now like that can open and close easy enough. Now what we need to do, jam that into there. I just realized something. I need to cut this a little bit because this bar has to overhang. If you can see in this one, see how the top bar overhangs a little bit. So get my handy dandy Swiss Army knife. We're just gonna trim it a little bit. And make it right there. Should do it. Everything's lined up. All right. Let's try that. A lot better. All right. First thing I'm going to do is tie that on real quick at the bottom. Just needs to be lightly tied. Alright, so the main part of the trap is done. Now, one important tidbit is right there, you might be able to see I made like a little, kind of like a little divot, a partial hole going into the stick. So that is where the spring pole is gonna push down on, right there. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and tie the spring pole on. And for that, I'm going to use some slightly stronger string, some bank line. Make a Canada jam knot. Just basically a slip knot with a little knot at the end to keep it from slipping out. And put that over here. I think on the last one I cut some grooves for this, but it should work anyway. I'm going to give it a little extra loop. There we go. And then measure out the string you're going to need. Be about right. And this is the part where it's kind of like stringing a bow. Get it in there pretty tight. Couple wraps. Right on. All right. And then what I'm going to need to do is tie one that goes from here to the back right there, and that's gonna pull everything together like a kite. Hey Bella, this isn't food. All right, let's do this. Get, go eat some grass. No, get. Get. All right. Goats are so curious. Thing. Tie Canada jam knot in the back. Right there. We're going to take that and pull the whole thing tight. Bam. Right. Looks like, let's see. Oh yeah. Do not want to get into that. Alright, so last thing to do, we're going to tie the trigger system on. And just 2 sticks. Once again, we'll make another Canada jam knot. strong, doesn't take too much string. You can really use any knot. And put that onto here. And you're gonna have to decide how far you're gonna open this thing. I'd say about there. All right, here I'm gonna do a constrictor knot. Easy to do in the middle of a rope. Slide the first reduction lever into there. Go ahead and make another constrictor knot. Stick the other end into that. And then let's go ahead and cock this thing and decide how much string we're going to need. Right about to there. And we'll take our other little stick, make another jam knot. And slip it in. Use the other side. There we go. All right. All right, let's see how this all fits together. Cock it again. On this side. That in there. Okay, stick's a little long. We'll shorten that a bit. Should be it right there. Try that again. Here's my a little I'll just have to make a new one. I don't know where that thing went. This will work. It's going to be the trip stick. All right. See how it works. There it is, ready to go. Set that in an animal trail or bait it. Critter comes along, tries to pass through, and wham! You got him. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and thanks for watching.